Okay, this video is for people that use VMix to stream their church service. And I want to show you today how to use Bible verses as a lower third on your screen without any additional software using just a notepad. Let's suppose that you have here a video of your preacher, your pastor, okay? This is a video, it's an example. I know it's a picture, but let's assume it's a video. Can you imagine with a key of your keyboard, you can put the name and the title of your pastor, senior pastor, or youth pastor, whoever, just with one key like this. You put it on, and then you take it out. And then what about if you can put a Bible verse like this? And that way, while your pastor is preaching, you can put a Bible verse. Let's see if you want to preview the Bible verses on this screen. Then you can do that. And what about if you can change to another Bible verse, okay, and to another, and then if that's the one that you want, then you can put it on your stream so people can see it, and then you can take it out anytime you want it. Well, if you want to know how to do that, and the thing is, those Bible verses, they are not here in this area like most people do, way complicated. My Bible verses are not there. My Bible verses are on a notepad. Let me turn on here so you can see. Okay, that's my Bible verse. Let me put the first one on the screen. So, okay, look at this. If I can type, for example, Genesis. Okay, let me take out I got a program there. Genesis, and then I can say God creates word. Okay, watch this. As soon as I save this file, this over here is going to change. Watch this. You see, God's create word, Genesis. Let's see, I forgot, it's supposed to be, it says Genesis 1:1. Okay, if I save it again, it'll update this thing over here. Save. Now it's updated. You see how easy it is? Okay, and if I take this one out completely, okay, and I save it again, it's going to update it here. Save, and it's updated. Now the first verse is John 3:16, which is this one over here. If you want to know how to do this, really easy, really simple, and you can change Bible verses with one keystroke on your keyboard, and turn them on, turn them off, and monitor them here on the left. Okay, you want to put your pastor name and title on the screen, just watch this video. Bye. Okay, in order to do that, I'm going to show you step by step how to do that on your computer. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to do it step by step. The first thing that you have to do on your computer is to create a directory. So I'm going to do it on my Windows C drive here. I want to create a directory, okay? And I want to call it VMix, okay, data, source. So VMix data source. Oh, let me put, for example, files. VMix data source files, okay? That's how I'm going. The first step, create that directory. The second step, let me open that directory. The second step is to create a notepad, okay, which is a text document. Okay, create a notepad, and then we are going to open the notepad. Okay, let me just type here something simple, and then we are going to save it. Okay, save as, and this is a very important thing. Okay, we are going to change the encoding. This is one trick, from ANSI to UTF-8. This is a requirement in order to work. And let's be sure that we are on VMix data source file, okay? And then I'm going to call this document Bible verses, okay? And I'm going to save it. Okay, so let me delete this one here. Now I got Bible verses notepad file, which is a test, okay? And it's a notepad, but we have to change what is called the extension of that file, or the last 3 letters. You have to know how to do that on your computer. I am on Windows 7, so I'm going to folder options, and here I'm going to show where is it? Hold on one second. Hide extension files. I wanted to take that out. So now I see that it's a .txt. Those last 3 letters, we have to change them in order to work. If you leave it txt, it won't work. You have to change it for CSV, okay? C as in Charlie, S as in Sam, V as in Victor. Doesn't matter, it could be uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter, okay? And then hit enter. You got a little got a note here or a message. Click yes. So from now on, it's not a txt file anymore, it's a CSV, okay? You have to learn how to do that on your operating system if you're on Windows 10, okay? But on my computer, I press Alt key and then I go to tools. I press Alt one time to turn on and off that menu. Alt, tool, folder options, view, and then hide extensions for no file types. Enable it and disable it, and then enable it when you are done. So I got the Bible verses, which is a test with the CSV extension on it, okay? So that is the first step that you have to do. So now the next step is to have electronic Bible software on your computer. It's very easy when you have electronic Bible installed on your computer, because now we have to copy and paste those Bible verses into this file that we just create. So for this example, I'm going to use eSword. This is a free Bible software that you can find on the internet. Let me see, eSword version 12.2.0 is completely free, okay? So you can find it on, I'm not going to show you how to use this software, how to install the Bible, and how to do it. You can find a lot of videos on YouTube how to install it and how to use it and that kind of stuff. I'm going to limit only to copy Bible verses, okay? So the first verse that I'm going to find is John 11 and then 35. Okay, let me find it. Okay, John 11:35. Okay, so I'm going to use, with the right click, you can go here and choose Bible and then copy verses, and you got this window, copy verses. Or you can right click with the mouse, use a right click and then use copy verses, and you will be on the same screen. Okay, the default is number 1. I recommend to change this to number 6 because it's a lot easy. Okay, less work to do. Once you do that, okay, and you can't disable all those 3, you don't need it to copy those Bible verses. Once you got the format number 6 enabled, choose copy. Okay, now we have that Bible verse on a clipboard. So I'm going to delete this, okay, completely delete it, and now I'm going to use paste. And look, I got exactly the same verse. If you don't have a Bible software installed on your computer, then you have to type it manually, which is you can make mistake during typing. Now, this is the other trick, the third trick. In order to work, you have to use quotation mark at the beginning and at the end of the Bible reference. Okay, you can go either way. You can, for example, you can go like that, or you can go. Let me show you real quick. Let me put the quotation there. Okay, let me finish real quick. And then I want to show you something. Stay with me. And then here, quotation, comma, quotation. Okay, look, you can go either way. You can go Bible reference and the scripture, okay? Or you can go the scripture and then the Bible verse at the end. I strongly suggest to go with the first one, to go with the reference first, and then the scripture, okay, and at the end. That way it's a lot easy. And in order to work, like I said, you have to use quotation mark at the beginning of the Bible verse, at the end of the Bible verse, then without any space, no space at all, the comma right here. Then for the Bible scripture, you have to do the same thing. Another quotation mark at the end, at the beginning of the Bible verse, and then another quotation mark at the end of the Bible verse. If you forgot to put quotation mark at the beginning, at the end of the reference, the comma, and then at the beginning and the end of the Bible verse, it's not going to work. It's going to create a big mess on VMix. So make sure you did it that way. Okay, now the next one that I'm going to do will be look 17:32. Let me look 32 here. This one. Look 17:32. Okay, I want to create copy verse. Okay, copy. Going here. Let me put the cursor over there. Let me paste it. Okay, let me go to the beginning and do exactly the same thing. Quotation for the reference. Quotation at the end, comma, quotation, no spaces, okay, and then at the end, another quotation, okay, hit enter. I'm going to find another verse, Exodus 20:13, okay, let me do the same thing, copy verse, copy here, minimize that, okay, and then, oops, let me hold on 1 second. It's not right for some reason. Let me see, paste it. For some reason. Okay, now. So quotation at the beginning, quotation at the end, comma, open quotation again. Take any space blank out and finish with the quotation. Hit enter. Okay, and then I got Exodus 20:13. Let me get another one, Exodus 20:15. 15. Okay, so copy verse. I want to show you a good sample here. So again, paste. Okay, go to the beginning, quotation, and quotation. Oops, this for some reason it's not getting kind of crazy. There you go. Okay, the last one will be Esther Let me find Esther, and then I'm going to find 8, 9, and I got a reason for that one, because this is the longest verse, and I want to show you something, the longest verse of the Bible. So paste, paste. Okay. Quotation at the beginning, quotation at the end, comma, quotation. Take out the space blank, go all the way to the end. Let me go with the end right here. There you go. And quotation. Okay. Now, if by default you have, let me put it right here on home. You got format, word wrap like that, you have to take it out. You have to deselect, disable word wrap. If you keep it enabled, it's going to damage the file. It's because it's going to make like a enter character here. It's going to create a mess. You have to take that out. Okay, you're supposed to see it like this, a very, very long statement. That's the right way to see it, with the quotation mark at the end, and then quotation mark at the end, like that. That's the way that the file is supposed to look like. Let me save it. Okay, so at this point we got the Bible verses with all verses right here inside of them. So remember to uncheck word wrap. Okay, so that's it for now. Let's go to the next step. Okay, let me show you something very important that I forgot in the previous lesson about quotation mark, and I found this by accident. I'm using WordPerfect on all my preaching outline, all my preaching information. I put all my information on WordPerfect. I don't use Word. So I learned that on WordPerfect I can have, for example, this kind of quotation. Okay, that's the quotation mark that WordPerfect use. If I copy this information, okay, from WordPerfect, and then I paste it into my verses over here, let me put at the end, and I paste it, pay attention to this. These quotation marks are completely different from this one. Okay, so don't use this type of quotation mark. If you're using Word, I don't have Word, so I cannot test it. But if you're using Word and you're copying Bible verses from your outline into this CSV file, and you see this type of quotation mark, it's not going to work on VMix. VMix do not understand this type of quotation marks. So bottom line, there's two different type of quotation marks that you have on your computer. You got this one, which is the right one, and you got that one. So make sure you use this one. That's a good idea to type it from your keyboard, which is on the left side of the enter key, using the shift key. Okay, keep that in mind. Let's go to the next step. Okay, now that we got our file Bible verses ready, it's time to open VMix. So I'm going to open VMix right now on the computer, and let's assume that this is your video feed. This is the video that the people are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. That's what you're streaming. I know it's a photo, but I don't have a camera right here, right now with me, so I have to use the photo, but it works fine. So this is your video feed. The first step that we're going to do is to click on Add Input right here, and we are going to use the title /XAML. Okay, and then we are going to click on the first tab, and we are looking for the file or the title number 28, which is a scripture and verse colored blue. So you click one time, enable it, and click OK. Now let's close this window for 1 second, and now let's click on this gear icon over here. Make sure you are on the general tab here, and let's change the name for Bible verses. Okay, Bible verses. And now the name of that screen is Bible verses. Now we don't click again on the gear icon. Now this time will be right click. With the right click, choose title editor. On title editor, if your church have an icon, you can put the icon or your logo. I'm sorry, I should say the logo of your church. You can put it right here on image source. I want to look for my logo right now, which is on computer data, then clip arts, and then here I want to pick this logo. The logo of our church is the Ark, because the name of my church is the Ark. If you have a logo, you can put it right here. Now click on message text, okay, and then click on data source, and then click on manage. Okay, click on manage, and then from there you click on the plus sign and you choose Excel CSV. Okay, that's the one that you have to choose. And from there, now we are going to change this name for Bible verses. Okay, and then once you got the name there, then you're going to click on browse. Okay, and while you are on browse, let me follow here my notes. We are going to look for that file that we create on the very first step here on this folder, data source file, VMix data source files, Bible verses. We are going to select that file which have all the Bible verses inside. We click open, and then we click on OK. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot something. Let me see if I can. Don't select this this box. Leave them like that. Okay. So once you are there, now you will see all the 5 verses that we type it. You know, we copy from the Bible software. So we use close here now, and once we close there, the next step, okay, you have to be sure you got on this screen. Now we are going to choose as a data source, we are going to choose Bible verses. Okay, on the column, instead of auto, we are going to choose column number 2. And you see right now, let me move this to the side. You see right now on the preview, that is the scripture, not the reference. The column number 1, it's the reference. The column number 2 is the scripture, okay? Because we are on the scripture right now, not on the verse. So once you got the column number 2, row, leave it selected. The rest of the stuff format, leave it like that. Table, leave it like that. And then click OK. So you got the first verse over there. Now you go to the verse, okay? And you click on the data source again, okay? And then you're going to choose Bible verse, okay? And this time on column, you choose column number 1, okay? And that will be the verse, Bible reference, that's going to put over there, okay? So click OK, and then close it, okay? Once you close it, now you can see the verse of your Bible right over here. And you can click, for example, on number 1, okay, which is the overlay number 1, and you see the Bible verse here. Another thing I want to show you real quick, you right click to the with the right button of your mouse and the editor, and you can increase the size of the font with the plus sign until you see an acceptable level. You can increase or decrease the size of that font until you says, well, I think it's acceptable right there. Okay, that's how you change, a little trick how you change on the font size. Okay, now that's it for now. On the next step, I'm going to show you how to use the arrow keys on your keyboard to enable, disable, and to move forward and backward and to preview those Bible verses on VMix. Okay, hold on. Let's pause here and then we go to the next step. At this point, we are done on how to create the Bible verses file. Now I'd like to show you how to program this title using the shortcuts on the keyboard to turn it on, to turn it off, and how to navigate on the preview window. Now this is a little tricky part. This is a keyboard. The way that I did it, it's that the up arrow will turn on the Bible verse to be shown on the screen. So every time I hit this key, people see the Bible verse. When I use the arrow down key, I'm turning off the Bible from the streaming. So this is turn on, this one turn off from the streaming, which is mean this screen over here. Right now it's on. That will be arrow up. If I hit arrow down, we'll do this. Okay. Now, the right arrow is to move forward to the next verse on the file, which is mean. I don't have it right here. Hold on one second. Let me look real quick. Computer here, source. The right arrow key, this key will move from this file to this file. If I hit it again, they will move to this file, or to that row, I should say. Okay, the left arrow key is to go backward, is to go from this file to this row, and I hit it again, we'll go back to this row. Okay, that's the way that I got my keys program. And then on VMix, we have a preview screen to turn it on and off. For that, I use page up. That key on my keyboard will turn the Bible verse on the preview screen. And when I use the page down, then we'll turn it off. Will go out on my preview screen. So with those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys over here on my laptop, I turn on and off the stream and page up and page down on the preview, on and off, and these two keys to move the verses, previews, and the next one. So let's start first with how to program the up arrow. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Here. How to program. No, I'm sorry. How to program this key, okay, to show the Bible verse right here, to do this automatically. Okay, let's start. The first thing, we are going to go here on VMix on settings. Okay, when you click on settings, then you go to shortcuts. Okay, oops, sorry. Let me remove all of them. They're not supposed to be there. This is my test to testing. Okay, okay. You're supposed to be like, I don't know if you got some shortcuts already on your computer. If you got some shortcuts already on your VMix, you'll see them over there. So you're going to click on add. I hope you are not using neither of these keys. If you are using those keys, then select 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 keys. You have to select 6 keys to do this this trick. Okay, let me close this thing. So the first thing, you click on add. Okay, once you click on add, here on key control, you have to be on general tab. Click on find and hit the up arrow key. Okay, which is this key over here. You're supposed to hit that key on your computer and you'll see up. Click OK. OK. And function, you are supposed to select overlay input number 4. By the way, let me show you something. Let me go out again. On overlays, you know, on VMix, you got overlay 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. here on duration, you can set for how long that Bible verse will be on screen. Right now I got 0 because the guy that is controlling the streaming, he can decide when to turn it on and off. But you can set a time over there to overlay goes out automatically. So let's go back to shortcut. Let me again remove this one again. Okay, we click on, let me click OK. Settings, go back again, shortcuts, click add, find, up, click OK. Now we are on the same step. So now we have to find here on overlay, okay, overlay input 4. There you go, overlay input 4th. Is the right one? I want to make sure it's the right one. 4th. 4N. Okay, that's the right one. Overlay input 4N. And the preview is supposed to be your Bible verse screen. This screen over here, okay? That should be your input. Controlling that key, controlling that screen, okay? And the title, you can type Bible on, which means the Bible will be on. Click OK, click OK. Let's test. Let me hit arrow up. Boop, there is. It's working. If I turn it off, and it's overlay number 4 over here. Arrow up, boop, it's working. Okay, let me turn it off. Okay, let's program now the off function of my keyboard, which will be this key over here, to turn this off automatically on the keyboard. Okay, so we go back to settings again, then we go to shortcuts, we click on add, we click on find, and we punch the arrow down key, and we click OK. And then on function, we choose overlay here, overlay input 4 out. Okay, overlay input 4 out. And then the title will be Bible off. Here we don't need the screen name because we are taking it out. We don't need the screen name. So we click OK and we click OK. Now let's test it. Arrow down, boop. Arrow up, arrow down. Arrow up, arrow down. For some reason it's arrow down. Let me see. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, something is wrong. Settings, shortcuts, Bible down. Huh. Overlay input 4th out. Down. Why still? Okay, let me see. 1 out. Okay, I think I got overlay number 1 on. That was the problem. Overlay number 1 was on. So arrow up, it's working. Arrow down, it's working. Okay, so far we got arrow up, arrow down. Let's program now this key over here on your keyboard, the right one, to move to the next verse. Okay, so we go back to settings again. We go to shortcut, we click on add. Okay, and this time we're going to choose the right arrow key. Okay, on the right arrow key, we choose on functions, on data. Let me find data source. Okay, so data source, next row. Okay, hold on 1 second. We need something. Let's click OK. Let's click OK. Right click here with the right button. Click title editor. Click data source. And then choose 1 second. I'm doing this from my head. No. Click here, the gear icon. Highlight this and copy this. Okay. And then go back over here. That's very important. Took me a long time to figure it out. Okay, edit button, and here on value we click paste. The value over here has to be identical 100% to this screen name. This is the screen name, supposed to say screen name. Took me a long time to figure it out. Okay, so here on title I want to type Bible next. Okay, click OK, click OK. Let me go arrow up. Okay, and now let me take the right key, right arrow. You see, right arrow is working. Okay, the last one we are going to program will be the backwards. Okay, so we go to shortcuts again, we click on add, we click on find, we choose the left arrow key, we click OK. On function we go to data source. Okay, on data source we go data source previous row. Okay, and then on the value the name of that screen, which is Bible verse. Okay, and here the name that I'm going to do is Bible preview. I don't have enough to do it completely, the whole name, so preview. Okay, now if you click the left arrow you can go backwards to the first step, and there you go. Okay, you can turn it on. Okay, and you can move forward. Okay, you can move backwards. Okay, and you can turn it off. But now we don't have, now here if you have it on the preview you can move with the right key, right arrow key, you can move forward, and with the left arrow key you can move backwards, but you cannot turn it on and off on your preview. So let's see if we can turn on and off the preview. Let's go to turn it on. So for that I'm going to use page up. So page up means this preview Bible scripture will come over here, will be up on this preview screen. Okay, so we go to settings again, shortcut, we go to add. Okay, and here we go to find and we type page up key. Okay, we click OK. The function will be preview input. So preview input preview items, preview input. Okay, preview input will be the function that we're going to use, and then the input will be number 2 Bible verses, which is number 2 over here on that screen, Bible verses. Okay, we leave the mix like that, and then the title we can type Bible. Okay, pre-on, it's like Bible preview on. We click OK. Let me create at this point a blank screen. Let me see, color black, and let me change the name to blank screen. Blank screen. Okay, so at this point I have a screen called blank screen. If I click preview, goes here. If I click quick play, goes there, and look, we got a blank screen right now. Now if I use page up, look, boom, there is my Bible verses on the preview screen. Now let's program. The next step is to turn off the Bible lower third, turn it off from the preview screen. Settings, shortcut, add. On find we go to page down. So we're going to take down that thing over there, and then we go to preview input again. Okay, preview input, LMOP, preview input. Okay, the input will be my blank screen. Okay, and then the title will be Bible pre-off. I don't have enough space to type it, but look, page down, boom, take it out. Page up, put it up. arrow key to the right, go to the next one, right, left, go previews. Okay, right again. Let's see that I want that verse to be on the streaming. Arrow up, there is. It's time to take it out, arrow down. There you go. You got basically everything. Now, let me show you something. You see this verse, how big it is? Let me put it right over here. How big it is? Watch Esther. Excuse me. The software, VMix, automatically lower the font size if the Bible verse it's too big. Okay, he automatically, excuse me for 1 second. So if the verse is too big, the software will shrink or decrease the font size. So you don't have to worry if the Bible verse is too big. VMix will shrink it automatically. Okay, so let me show you something. Well, you know how that works. For example, that's the first verse. If you add on your Bible verses, for example, well, job, comma, this is I don't know exactly how it says, but once you save this file, you know that already will update it here. Okay. There you go. If we take it out, you'll take it out. Okay. And excuse me. And that's how it works. Okay. So let's pause over here. Let me drink some water. Now, if you want to know how to do the presentation of the speaker, for example, you want to show the people your pastor exactly like this way, John Miller, senior pastor, right? Or for example, you want to preview like we did with the Bible verses. You want to preview and you want to look for the co-pastor, okay, or the youth pastor or the associated pastor, and you want to show the people on the streaming, the people watching the streaming, that the guy that is talking right now is a Steve Williams, associate pastor. You can then show it to them, you know, that this guy talking right now is a Steve Williams and he's an associated pastor. Or if there is a lady called Karen Smith and she's singing Amazing Grace, and you want to tell your audience that she's Karen Smith and she's singing that song, that's the way to do it. So I want to show you, if you want to learn how to do that, and you can turn on and off the preview the same way that we did with the Bible verses. You can do it with the speakers and the title, right? So you want to know how to do that, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, if you want to know how to do that, this is the way that we are going to do it. The first thing what we are going to do is to find that file on our VMix data source files called Bible verses. Okay, we are going to make a copy of that file, and then we are going to make a paste. Bottom line, we are going to have a duplicate file. Why? It's a CSV file already and have the special encoding feature on it that I showed you before. The UTF-8 is already there, so this is the easiest way. Now, instead of Bible verses, we are going to call this one speaker and title. Okay, you can call it any way you want it, doesn't matter, but that's the way I'm showing to you. You can call it any way you want it. So I'm calling mine speaker and title, and we got, of course, the Bible verses on it, so I want to select all of them and delete it. So right now, speaker and title file is empty, and I'm going to type the name, okay, like John Miller, the name of the pastor, and then the title on the church. Senior pastor. Okay, I want to type another one. Sam McDowell. Okay, he is a youth pastor. Okay, I'll type another one. For example, Steve Williams. Okay, that his title is also pastor. Okay, I want to type another name. For example, Peter. For example, Peter. It's a deacon on a church. Okay, these are samples. Okay, the last one I want to use is Karen Smith. Okay, and she's going to sing today a song, so I want to type, or she will be singing Sunday, singing Amazing Grace. Okay, there you go. I want to save this file, and I got the names of the people on my church. If you got more, you can put more. If you got less, you got less. On my church, I don't use this way, but I want to show you how to do it. Okay, so we close the file, and we got now speaker and title with the people's name and the title on my church, so people that are watching the streaming, they can know who's talking during the transmission. So now we go to VMix, and now we are going to create a title, an XALM. Okay, make sure you got on GT title, and you will be pick up number 1, title 0, the classic blue. You can pick the green, you can pick any one that you like it. It's up to you, you know, whatever. You can design your own if you're an advanced user, but for this purposes, I wanted to show you with the classic blue. So we click OK. Okay, we close here, and I want to change the name of that screen. Okay, clicking the gear icon, I want to change it to a speaker and title. Okay, so that's the name of that screen, speaker and title. Now I use the right click again and use the title editor, and now let me see something. Yeah, I'm okay. So let's start from the beginning again. Right click, title editor. We are using data source again. We are using manage. On manage, we click on plus sign. We choose number 1, Excel CSV. We click on, let's change the name here. The name will be a speaker and title, so everything will be consistent. We click on browse, and then we find on my computer, on the VMix data sources file, we pick speaker and title with the names and the title of the people. Do not enable this, leave it like that. Click OK. Okay, now you can see here the name of the people, okay, and their title, okay, as we got on that notepad file. We close here, okay, and we got Bible verses, by the way, so you can see both of them over here. So close the screen, and now we choose here on data source, we have to choose speaker and title. On the column, let me show you something real quick so you might understand. This is the first column. This is the second column. Got it? If you have a third column, put a comma, put quotation marks, and type anything you want over there. That will be your third column. If you if you need a fourth column, whatever, comma again and quotation mark, that will be your fourth column. This is your first row. This is your second row. This is the third row. That's how it works, okay? So you got a better understanding of how this thing works. So let me don't save it, okay? So we are on speaker and title. On column, we are choosing column 1. That will be the headline, okay? Leave row and leave format and leave, this is the preview. Okay, leave the red and table, leave it like it is. Just change the column and the speaker and the data source, speaker and title. Okay, so now on description, we go back again and we pick up the same file, speaker and title, And on the column, we go with the column number 2. Okay, and we click OK. And right now we got a Singing Amazing Grace over here. We close that and we choose this overlay input number 3. Oops, let me turn off that one. Okay, so Karen Smith Singing Amazing Grace. Okay, so now let me show you something. On number 4, we are using Bible verses. You remember that? So we are using number 3, overlay number 3, for the speaker that is talking right now and his title. So we are going to change something real quick, because if I don't take it out, that screen will stay there forever. Okay, will stay there forever. So we have to do a little change over here. So you click over here on overlay, you find overlay number 3. Okay, and then over here on duration, if you leave it on 0, it stay there forever. Okay, but if you type, for example, 5,000, and I think the maximum is 9,999. But if you need even more time, click on frames, and then you can even make it longer. So duration 5,000, click OK. And then, let me take it out. When we click on the overlay number 3, it lasts for a few seconds, and then it disappears by itself. You see? So that would be better, because you have to do only is enable that lower third, and it'll disappears after a little while. If you want to have it longer, just change on overlay, just change the duration for a higher number. Okay, so we got that set. So let's program the keys. If you remember, for the Bible verses, we got the preview up, the preview down, the streaming up, the Bible verse, the streaming down, move forward to the next verse, or move backwards to the previous verse. So here for the speaker and his title, we are going to use page up to show this screen here on the preview. Okay, let me see if I can do it something. Nah, I can't. Okay, so I want to show you this screen, how to put it here on preview. So we are going to use page up to show on the preview, page down to take it down, or to remove that preacher and title from the preview. Number 8, which will be equal to the arrow, number 8 will be to show the name of the speaker on the string, and then arrow down for the speaker will be equal to this one, is to remove. Actually, we got it automatically to go out, but if you want to program that key, it's there. Number 6 will be equal to this one on the Bible verse. So number 6 will be to move forward to the next speaker name and his title, and this one is to move backwards or to go to the previous speaker name and title on my file, on my notepad file. So we're going to use page up, page down, which will be 9 and 3, and then 8 and 2 to show on the string, remove it from the string, and then go forward and previous on my file. Here we go. We go to settings. Okay, we go to shortcuts, and we're going to add. Okay, the first one that I'm going to add will be number 8. Okay, number 8 will be to show it on the string. Okay, so the function will be overlay input 3n. We're using the overlay number 3 because 4 is being used for the Bible verse. Okay, and the input is supposed to be speaker and title screen, and then you can put any title there. This is optional. The title is completely optional, because you can see over here on the input, you can see where you can see that. Hold on one second. Let me type here real test. Oops, let me see where it shows that. Oh, test right here. It shows right here. So you can type show speaker. Okay, then you see here show speaker, and these are the titles that we got for the Bible. So let's click OK. Okay, now when I hit number 8 on my keyboard, in other words, when I hit this key on my keyboard right over here, look what happened. Boom, I see now Karen Smith singing Amazing Grace showing on the streaming, and then take it out. If I hit number 8, oh, I don't have number 2 program, but let's go with number 2 program, okay? But it's program number 2 right now. We go back to settings, we go back to shortcuts, we go to add, we go to find, and we hit number 2 on my keyboard, which is this key over here, okay? You're following me. So we click OK. The function will be overlay number 3 out, okay? Overlay input number 3 out, and the title will be speaker out, okay? And we click OK. Now I hit number 8, show the speaker, number 2, and I take it out before the timings end. If I hit number 8 and I don't touch the keyboard, when the times out reaches the limit, it goes out. But I can then do it quickly and remove it real quick, okay? Okay, let's program now preview. Okay, let me see if that will be, oh no, let's program how to choose the next name on my stream. So let's go find. Now this time we are going to use number 6 over here, okay? So I hit number 6 on my computer. The function will be data source. Remember, data source next row, okay? The value. Let's click OK, and let's find the value, which is this name over here. We click the configure various input settings. We copy this name over here, okay, on the general tab, okay? We copy this name, we close it, we go back again to that macro, shortcut, notepad, and then we paste it over here. Boom. That's it. Now it's going to work. And the title, you can put whatever title you want. I don't want to do it right now. So we click OK, and then now I can move forward. Oh, that's the last one. Karen Smith is the last one. Let's program the previous one, okay? Settings, shortcuts, add, find. If for previews, I'm going to use number 4 on my keyboard. Got it? Okay. So I hit number 4 on my keyboard, okay, numpad number 4. The function is supposed to be data source again, and we have to go previous row, okay, previous row, and the value is that screen name, speaker and title. We click OK, and we click OK. I show you, and then I can go backward now to the first one, okay. That's the timeout, and I can move forward. Now I want to let me remove that. Remove the Bible verses over here. Okay. Now let's do how to do the preview of this. How to do this preview on this screen, so I can search people's name before without showing it on my streaming. So I can check names before I show to the streaming. Settings again, shortcut, add, okay. And this time we are going to choose this key. Page up will be number 9 on my keypad, okay. So I hit number 9, which is show page up, okay. Click OK. The function will be preview input. So we go to input, we go to preview input, okay. What we are going to put on the preview input screen, we are going to put speaker and title on the preview input screen, okay. Leave mix like that. Title, you can put whatever you want. It's very limited, by the way. And now when I hit number 9, boom, I can see. And then if I use number 4 to go backwards, okay, or I can use number 6 on my numeric pad, I can move forward, okay. Now let's program the last thing. Will be to do the take out from the preview. Again, we go to shortcuts, we go to add, we go to find, and this time I'm going to use number 3, page down, to take down that screen. So hit number 3 on my keyboard. The function will be preview input again. So we go to input, we go to preview input okay, and the screen is supposed to be the blank screen. You can put whatever screen you wanted over there, okay? It doesn't have to be this one. You can put whatever screen on preview is most useful for you. I have another screen on my church that is very useful. It's the Bible verses, okay? And the title, you can put whatever title. This is optional. This is for your own information, okay? So click OK, and now watch this. Number 3, take it out. Number 9, put it there. If I need to find my youth pastor, okay, he's the one that's speaking right now, talking in the microphone, and I want to show you to the stream. I hit number 8 on my numeric pad, boom. People watching the stream, they know, oh, Sam McDowell, he's the youth pastor talking right now, okay? And then, you know, that's the way to do it. Number 3 is page down on my numeric keypad. If I want to see my Bible verses, I go page up. Remember page up? This one over here, page up. Remember that? Okay, I hit that key on my keyboard, and then I can move the verses to follow the preacher, just in case he skip one verses. Okay, he skip it and he's ahead, so I can synchronize with him. Okay, and once I'm sure that that's the right verses he's reading, I can click this key over here on my keyboard, boom, and people will see it on the streaming. This one, overlay number 4, you can see over here, overlay number 4 does not have the timing. If you go here, overlay number 4, you see duration is 0, and 0 mean will stay there forever. So because other verses, for example, if the verse is too long, if you set a timing too short, like verses like this, you know, verses like this, remembers Lot's wife, that will require a short timing. But if the preacher have a long verse like this and you got a short timing, then people are still reading the verse and the timing will go out, and this was going to happen. So on Bible verses, it's a good idea to keep the overlay, okay, on 0 duration, so the guy that is controlling the streaming and the computer and VMix, he can put it up and he can leave there as long as he consider enough timing for people to read it, and then with the key down, arrow down, he can take it out like this, boom, that's it. Okay, and page down, we'll remove that. There you go. That's how you got it. I hope it will be useful for you. Now, if you want to know all the little tricks, I want to show you next my workflow, how I do this, okay, before the service. Okay, so let's do a pause and then I'll show you my workflow. Okay, one more thing that I forgot before we move on. If you ready for the next service, okay, and you put the new Bible verses on your Bible verses file, and you have new Bible verses over here, okay, and then you find out on VMix that VMix still showing, for example, the old Bible verses for last Sunday, and it's not refreshing, or it's not showing you the new Bible verses that you have in the notepad. That happened to me once in a while. I think it's a glitch on the software, that the software does not refresh the new file on memory. So the workaround that I find out is this one. You go to the Bible verse screen, you right click on it, you choose title editor, then you choose data source, then you choose manage. On manage, you should be able, you got the speaker untitled file, and you got the Bible verses. Then here you should be able to see the new Bible verses that you have for this new coming Sunday, for this new Sunday, for the next coming Sunday. If you don't see the new file here, the new Bible verses, then you got the wrong file, and you have to go to settings and browse, okay, for the right Bible verse. Okay, if you see the new Bible verses here on this table, that's what have to. At this point, the software will refresh. It's always refresh on me. So, like I said, all I have to do is click on Manage and see them over here. At that point, the program then refresh the file again. If for some reason you don't see the new Bible verses here, you see the old one, go to Title Editor, go to Data Source, and go to Manage, and then you'll see the new Bible verses over here, and it will refresh automatically over there. That's all I have to do. That happens once every 3 or 4 months. When I start the new service in the morning, before we start the new service, the guy that do the VMix, he always have to double check that the Bible verses are the new ones, and he knows what to do. If it's not the new one, if it's still the old one, he know what to do. He know how to go to the title editor, data source, and manage and refresh, or kind of relink, I believe, relink again, or tell the program to refresh. I don't know what happened on VMix, but I found out that's the workaround to fix that problem. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, now let me show you my workflow. How do I work, for example, the Friday or the Saturday or the day before the Sunday service. Once I got the preaching or the outline done, this is what I do. First thing, I go to my data source here file, VMix data source file. I go to the Bible verses, okay, and I open it. Once I got that, I remove all the previous Bible verses. Remember, these Bible verses are from the previous Sunday, okay? So we are going to do a new service, a new preaching with new Bible verses. So I select all of them with Control A, then I delete it. Then according to my outline, I go back again with the eSword software Bible, and then I start copying the new Bible verses, okay, that I got for the new preaching, and I start pasting them over here the same way. For example, John the Gospel, I don't know, verse 3, 5, and then here goes the Bible verse. Okay, so once I got that done, okay, let's do one quick sample. Only one verse. Let's go to on here, and let's go Luke 13:4. Okay, let me click one time, double click. Okay, then I go to copy verses. Okay, copy. I got it on my clipboard. Then I paste it here with Control V. Okay, so put the quotation mark for the Bible reference, comma, open it. Okay, and then at the end, I click, I put that quotation mark at the end, and I save it. So on my preaching, I have only one Bible verse. So once I got that, I don't know you, but on my case, I have all my preaching outline. I use WordPerfect on my data. Preaching history. Okay, I got oh, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one. Let me go back again. Data, have to go down one more. Preaching history. Okay, there you go. I got here all my preaching outline from 2001. They are on Spanish because I'm Hispanic preacher, pastor. From 2001, I got all my outlines on WordPerfect. Okay, that's all of them year by year, 2010, 2011, and then so on. So my last one over here was on 2021, February 14. A slow enemy, the forgiveness. Okay, now this is my outline on WordPerfect. Okay, so I got the date and I got the title. of my preaching, okay? And that means that I preach it on 2016, similar, very similar preaching, okay? Sometimes I use the same outline and I change it here and there with a different application. So what you need to do, if you want to keep those Bible verses, okay, you want to keep them, all you have to do is to copy them, paste them, okay, again, paste. Did I did it right? Copy, now paste. Okay, so I got a duplicate file. I got this one, okay, with one Bible verse, and I got this one over here. Okay, so then what I do, I copy the title of my new preaching, and I give it to the new file, okay? That's supposed, let me double click, there you go, supposed to be paste. Now I have the same Bible verse for VMix, and I have a copy for my files. Then I take this one and I move it. Let me do it right. My computer's still working, hold on. Get out. Okay, I move it to over here, okay, and once I move it there, okay, she's telling me that she's going to replace my actual Bible verses, which is this one over here from last Sunday. These are my Bible verses from last Sunday, but I'm not going to replace that. But that's the way you should do it, okay? You should move it to the folder if you keep the history of your preaching like I do, okay? And then the last thing, let me delete this. The last thing on speaker and title, let's see that John Miller is going to preach again the next Sunday. So I make a copy, okay, and this time our enemy. Let's see, our wonderful God, okay? So, which is mean that's the title of the preaching, and that's the preacher. If a guest is going to preach this next Sunday, just change John Miller for the name of the new speaker for next Sunday. And if you know the title that he's going to preach, you can ask him, hey, what's the title of your preaching? You can put it there. So on this is the file for you speakers and title, okay? So it's right here, the speaker name and the preaching title, okay? So on VMix will be really easy. On VMix, let's preview it. When you go here, then you can see the preacher name and the title of his preaching. And you can actually put here title. Let's see if I got enough space. Yeah, I got, it's not spaced. So you can use title, Our Wonderful God, and then you can show it on the streaming. When the preacher start to preach, you can put his name and his title on the preaching title on streaming, and that's the way that I do it. It's really simple. On the next video, I want to show you what software you can use for your streaming, because I found useful software that you can use and other tricks like a video card on USB that will be very helpful if you need more resources, okay? For now, this is it, but I want to show you other things that might be important for you on the next step, okay? Okay, right now let me show you the last thing of this video to finish. It's some resources that might be helpful for you, okay? Okay, the first thing is software. We use Eastword to copy Bible verses on your computer, and the website is this one, Eastword. You search Eastword, okay, free Bible. It's completely free Bible study software. From here you can download the software and install it. And then on YouTube you can have plenty of videos to show you how to use this software. Another great tool that I recommend, even better than Eastword, is this one, Logos Bible Software. Where? Logos Bible Software. You search Logos Bible Software, you click into that hyperlink, okay, and then you are here on Logos. All you have to do, by the way, let me show you something. Here on search, you type basic, because Logos have a basic Bible. It's a version which is completely free. You don't have to pay nothing. This is a free version of Logos Bible Software. In this version, they include the King James Version Bible. Okay, and you can buy other Bible for $10, $20, $30, really cheap. Okay, so all you need to do is to create an account. Okay, just to sign up a new account using your email, okay, and a password. That's all you need to do. Put your email, put your password. You have a free account with Logos. Then you go over here and type basic on the search. Look for Logos Basic, add it to the cart, and download it to your computer, okay? And then, so let me see if we can, how far can I go to show you? Move it to the cart, okay? And then here, remember, it's free. Payment is free, okay? Okay, payment is $0. So click next, okay? And then place the order, okay? And once you place the order, let me see how far can I go. Okay, then here you can download that item. Download Logos. You download it, okay? Once you download it, you install it on your computer. During installation, let me show you real quick. During installation, Logos will ask you for your username, your email and your password. The same email and password you see here. You type your email and the password that you use to create your account, okay, on Logos, on this website. Use the same email and the same password, and then this program will finish the installation of Logos on your computer with the King James Version. And from there you can copy and paste your Bible verses from Logos, okay? I got it on Spanish, so you might maybe not to understand, you know, but let's show you real quick how I do it. On my, let's see, I got Psalm 116 number 1. If I want to copy this verse, I just highlight it. Let me have ready the other file, okay? Data source, Bible verses. Let's remove this one, okay? I go back to Logos. Where is logo right here, okay? Let's see, I want to copy this Psalm, okay? All I have to do is highlight this one first, and I choose copy, okay, copy. Then go to my Bible verse and I paste it, okay? Next step, I go to the verse itself that I want to copy, okay? And I hit, I'm sorry, the easiest way is to hit Control C on your keyboard, and then I paste it over here, you see? And then I add the quotation marks here, like you know, okay? And I fix it, okay? Like that, okay? And I end up the quotation mark, and that's it. That's how I do it on Logos, okay? Now, another great software that you might find useful, it's Impress or LibreOffice. LibreOffice, you type LibreOffice, okay, on your search engine. This is an English version to LibreOffice. LibreOffice is exactly like Word. It's the competition of Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Access, okay? It's free. You download it and you install it on your computer. And let me show you how it look like. Let me show you a PowerPoint presentation, okay? Let me show you, for example, this one. Okay, LibreOffice, okay? And this is my PowerPoint presentation, okay? Okay, this is my slide and this is my slide. And it worked with a dual or two video cards, okay? Sometimes the Bible verses, or sometimes I need a lot more Bible, like for example, a parable, or if I want to show the people or read the people one Bible story quite long, but I use LibreOffice PowerPoint presentation, which is called Impress. Okay, it's called Impress. LibreOffice Impress, which is the presentation, and then I use it, you know, to show the verses. This is the way they're supposed to look like, you see, and then I change verses and I change to the next one and so on, so on. So consider LibreOffice because it's free. I don't think we have to pay subscription to use a software. For me, that's wrong. I disagree. I think we are to buy the software one time and use it for the rest of our life. But companies are using, being very smart, charging people monthly fee, like Adobe, okay, like Microsoft with Word, and other companies following that trend to charge people monthly fee, because that way they got income every month. If you're gonna go that way with you're fine, go ahead, no problem. But I don't want to pay monthly fee because I got my mortgage, I got my insurance, I got water, I got electricity, I got my car payments, I got a bunch of monthly payment, internet. So I don't want to add more to my overhead. I don't want to overcharge my finances with monthly fee on software. So LibreOffice, it's free, and you can use the PowerPoint presentation, okay? That's great. Another good software that I recommend is called a Video Psalm. Video Psalm is another free software, okay? This software, I use it, you can download it for free, okay, and put it on your computer. I got it here installed, okay? Let me show you how Video Psalm look like. I use it when people are reading the Bible on the church, or even for the preaching. Sometimes I use Video Psalm because I love the backgrounds, okay? This is how Video Psalm will look like on your streaming or your projector, okay? And you can customize, you can change different background. Let me see, okay, different backgrounds like that one or that one, okay? Let me make it bigger, or that background. You can pick any background you wanted. Let me see, that background. So, and you can, they use JPEG files, and there are websites that you can change the or download free background. And I love it, you know, it's free software, and sometimes I use it together with my streaming with VMix, okay? Now, that's basically the software, and it's really to use. And again, you can watch tons of video on YouTube how to use Video Psalm. But this software, again, is completely free, and I'm using it. Another thing, let me see, in terms of software, I think that's all that I use. Okay, now in terms of hardware, I use this card. You can, on Google, you can search display link USB video card. What I recommend, this one, this is the one that I got, this over here, this exactly this one. I got two of them, and these are the one that I use on my church, okay? What I recommend this one, because this is a card that you can plug on your USB. Let me see, it doesn't show you the back of it, but on this end over here, you got a USB cable that you can buy different lengths, okay? Depends on your need. If you need a short USB, you buy a short USB cable, and then over here they comes with different adapters. Okay, you got, for example, this is digital, I believe, or you got the VGA, or you got the different one, or the US, the HDMI. So the output could be digital, the output could be VGA, or the output could be HDMI. The beauty of this card, the resolution, I think it's what is the resolution of this thing? 1920 by 1080, I believe it is. Let me double check here real quick. Yeah, 1920 by 1080. Okay. The beauty of this card, I use two laptops during my Sunday service. Two laptops. One laptop is for VMix to control the stream. The second laptop is to do the Bible verses and any other information that I want to put on the streaming. And I use this card on my second laptop. Okay. Now you do not, listen to this carefully. You do not have to have a monitor plug-in on this card. You do not have. I got my card plugged into my USB, and then I got the card without any monitor attached. But on VMix, you have to go to VMix software streaming, okay? And then on download, you have to download this desktop capture software for Windows or Mac. You download that software, you install it on your second laptop, okay, that you got, for example, Impress presentation or PowerPoint presentation or Video Psalm or any other software. You download this software, you install it on your second computer, and you have, okay, you have this card on that second computer, and then you have two video input from that second laptop, okay, and you can use it in a better way, okay, for your presentation. I strongly recommend. Now on this video card, which is how much is the cost right now, $44, you have to be careful installing the card. You have to install the drivers first. Do not plug the card onto your computer, because if you do that, Windows will install his own driver, and that driver doesn't work with this card, won't work, and then it's really impossible to remove that driver. I end up doing that, and I have to reinstall Windows from scratch. My advice, if you want to go this way, buy this card, but before you plug it into your computer, follow the instruction and install the driver first, and then plug the card into the USB and will work. Okay, and that's basically all my tools. The last thing that I use, it's oh my god, I forgot the name. It's a video capture card. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. The one that I'm using. Nope, I can't find it. It's similar to this one. Let me find real quick here. No, I got it here somewhere. Real quick. Okay, I got it. It's Osprey. Let's go over here. Osprey video card. This one. This is the one that we purchased for our church. So here you got what you got here. Let me see if I can show you. Here you got USB input, and on the other side you got USB out. Here you got HDMI in. We have a camcorder, okay, that have an HDMI output. I got a cable from that camcorder, HDMI output, and I attach it here to this card, okay, to where it says HDMI input. On the other side, I got USB. I got a cable from this end, USB into my laptop. That would be the USB input. So what I got, then I can change the resolution of on this card, punching this configuration here. So the card will change the resolution on the fly. I don't have to do it on my computer to take CPU resources. Okay, and with this card, I input the HDMI video from my camcorder into my USB computer, my laptop. Okay, and that's the one that I got attached to the first laptop that I'm running VMix. Okay, and that's basically the resources that I consider very useful. There is another card that I forgot the name, by Blackmagic, I believe, which is the same thing but does not have this display. You know, you don't have that. So I prefer OS Prey. And the price is a little around $300. I paid $350, I believe, back then. Okay, and that's basically it. So those are my advices, you know, in terms of other tools that you might consider. I don't pay Microsoft, and I don't pay any other company monthly fee for any software. I use the tools that are available in the market right now. And that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope that the information will be useful for you. If I got something else, I'll let you know. Okay, bye-bye.